You look amazing, and I know that you feel amazing, but can you just talk about what the journey has been like for you overall?
Yeah, so that's been crazy. So, for a while, so growing up, I was always skinny, and I didn't realize, weight's always been a huge issue for me. Not, I don't want to say issue, but it's always been something that's, on my radar. It's
That you
all,
paid attention to.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
always paid attention because it goes back to wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, when you wrestled, you have to step on the scale and, da 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 da. So, even something, you go as far back as that, it's always been on my radar. And I didn't think anything of it, especially because, when you go to the bathroom and if you have like a scale in your bathroom, whenever I would shower and stuff, back at home growing up, I would weigh myself, not thinking anything, because at the time I was really skinny, so I was whatever, I'm just curious how much I weigh. Um, and that's how I was all the way until literally college. Then I gained the freshman 50. You know how it's the freshman 15? I gained the freshman literally. So I went from 145 to 180, I think 189. I was like, oh my god. So then when I went home for summer vacations or little breaks and stuff, my family would be like, oh my god, you got so big. So that's when I kind of started to see weight as a negative thing. It started to kind of mess with my head a little bit. But even though when I was skinny, it messed with my head too because I was playing sports and I was always thin. So it was I got bullied almost for being too thin for a guy, if that makes sense. So I was just always never tough in a way. I was either too skinny and then all of a sudden I just felt too big. So it was just totally extreme. So I feel like I could donate to anyone that goes through weight struggles and stuff because I feel like I've been on both ends of the spectrum, too skinny and too fat or whatever people want to say. Um, and a lot of the times I want to do say it you can be in your head because I look at some pictures when I'm when I thought I was so huge and I'm yo, what was wrong with me? I was fine. You know what I mean? I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I was fine. So sometimes you just it can be very very mental. But I want to say last year, I think it was last year, I just got really unhappy. I got to the point where it was I need to do something or I'm just gonna lose it all. I'm just not happy with myself. I lost every inch of confidence I had. It was just very very sad. And everything that I loved, like I didn't love anymore. And that's when I knew even doing my makeup, I just didn't care. I stopped doing skincare. I stopped literally just everything I loved. I just stopped caring about. And then the clothes I stopped caring about because I could no longer fit into the clothes that I liked. I wanted to fit into no longer getting good on me. So it just got very I don't know, it just got very sad. I don't know what it was because I was always someone who loved clothing. I was always someone who loved makeup and all that stuff. So for me not to be able to do that, I didn't realize at the time that it was because I was gaining weight. But once I was out of it, I'm you know what? It's because I was gaining weight. But I just really wanted to be out of it. So I was I need to do something now, or I'm just gonna keep going down this path. But I'll be honest with you, it's not something that I thought I could ever do. I never thought I could lose 45 pounds, to be honest. And I've always been someone who's eat what you want, do what you want. Who cares? Body positivity, and I still do feel like that, but everyone says, when it comes to you, it's so hard to think like that, especially when it comes down to I guess also because it is part of my job and career too. I have to see myself, I have to take pictures and all that. So it just got very to the point where I didn't even enjoy that anymore. I was posting to post. I was posting to because I had to, not because I enjoyed it. And that's when I felt this is really a problem. So I changed it.